My name is Keneni Godana. I recently graduated from University of Illinois at Chicago, and I'm going to be a grad student at University of California, Santa Barbara. At UIC, I was an Earth and Environmental Sciences major, so like a general geoscience major. So we took a lot of like different classes, and like we had to take one for geobiology, geochemistry, geophysics. And I like geophysics the most. I'm doing a project here related to it as well. So my dad back in Ethiopia was an ophthalmologist, and when we came here, I was like, oh, like I'm gonna be just like him. I'm gonna go and like do the medical school thing. And I saw a video of like a LASIK eye surgery, and I was like, that's yeah, I can't do that. So I took an environmental like geoscience course, like, or the intro geoscience course, and I was hooked, and it was really, really nice. So yeah, ever since the intro course, it was definitely like, after that I was like, this is definitely the field I want to stay in. I'm doing like a seismic analysis, or like petrological analysis on the mid-continental rift system. So we're using like seismic wave speeds to estimate different compositional differences within the rift and like marginally like outside of the rift, to see if like the melt that was deposited there like differs in some sort of way, and then how that affects like the larger story of like how magma was deposited in the MCR, and like how that looks like at depth. My senior thesis, that I submitted recently to graduate, was a mantle convection model. It was a continuation of the summer internship I did last summer, where it was looking at radiogenic material in the asthenosphere during early Earth to see if it was possible for that decay to be like large enough and significant enough to raise seamounts off of the floor and above sea level, to expose and like potentially also be like an origin of life, or like some place that bacterium could have formed. I was grateful enough that like my first year at UIC, a lot of the friends that are now like I'm super close with, we're in the same like intro chemistry courses as I am, and we're all Ethiopian, and like it's really nice to have that community as well, apart from like my family. But like they've been such a great like resource and like, you know, shoulder to lean on throughout all of this, especially at school. It's very nice to have like professors and stuff back at school, and mentors that I've had like through programs like Recess. It's like, without people like that, I wouldn't know where to go. So I hope to have like that type of like open door policy slash like willingness to help when I like do progress more in my career, because that's probably the reason why I'm here in the first place. Part of me, for the longest time, I really wanted to be a professor and, you know, go that route. But I think I just really liked the mentorship aspect, and the fact that I can give back in a way that feels really direct and personal to me and like what I can offer. But I think there are other ways to do that. And I don't know if it's going to be working in some type of science communication role, if I'm, you know, working in just like a non university affiliated like lab setting, or whatever that may look like. I think what I want the focus of like my long-term career to be is some type of outreach. Yeah, don't feel bad if you don't know something. Like, I don't know. I feel like, especially when I first started geoscience, I felt like everybody knew like everything that I didn't already, and that I was like constantly late to whatever I was learning. But it's like, I don't know, everything happens in like increments, and you're probably not the only person that just learned something.